My friends, this is Dr. B, the best doctor in medicine. 30 plus years of clinical experience at high level in medicine. Today I want to tell you about myself, about why about 10 years ago I decided to quit the rat race. This rat race of endlessly working and stressing about material possessions and retirement and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. My God, it has changed so much my life you cannot imagine. I am now 50 years young, and in my early 40s, so about 10 years ago, something amazing happened in my life, in my career, in my professional medical career. I realized that, actually, retirement from medicine and from working is not made for me. That was a big revelation. Before that time, I was stressing, trying to work more, make more money, have a financial advisor, invest my money, do this, do that. The typical rat race where you are trying to save money for your retirement, accumulating properties so that later you can sell them and blah, 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 and then retire with $5 million or more or less, who cares? And go, I don't know where, Florida, Nevada, Mexico, Thailand, who gives a cat? So go somewhere and enjoy life for the rest of your life, right? Enjoy retirement. My God, since that moment, when I realized that, I love so much medicine, that I cannot imagine one day when I'm 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, that I'm going to say bye-bye to medicine, stop learning, stop seeing patients, and just disappear somewhere in a Bahamas on an island and spend the rest of my time traveling, which I've done a ton of it when I was younger, right? Or sipping coconut juice on a stupid beach, sleeping all days. And, that lifestyle, I'm sure I'm going to be bored after 1 week. And my God, the more I learn in medicine, the more I practice medicine, the more I see patients, and the more my knowledge keeps growing over decades of medicine, the more my skills keep increasing over decades of practice in medicine. I'm like, my God, how is it possible that one day I'm going to give up all this and disappear in the Bahamas and just spend my time eating like a pig and sleeping like a dog and having sex like another dog all day, and what the cat? So this is not a life for me. So from that moment, because the stress of saving and investing money has disappeared, I still remember I fired my financial advisor, whom I think was ripping me off with too much, fees and this and that, right? I invest my own money into savings accounts and CDs and basic stock market. I don't have to work like a dog to make money more and more and more. I work 8 to 10 hours a day, including Saturdays, because I love it. And I see one patient every hour. Unlike 99% of doctors who spend only 5 minutes with their patients, and that's the statistics of the American Medical Association, I spend 1 hour, I talk to them, I laugh, I joke, we discuss about everything before I examine them, and then even after that, we sit down and we chat and everything. My God, I love my job, I love patients, right? And I have, of course, decluttered my life completely. I still live in the same one-bedroom apartment, nice, beautiful one-bedroom apartment, nice balcony, nice kitchen, nice bathroom, super pristine, clean, not even one bug, not even one grain of dust in my apartment, super pristine, clean, right? But that's it. I don't own a villa, a house, another condo in Mexico or in Florida or this and that and this and that. My God. And I don't own more than one Honda Accord, which is 10 years old. Beautiful car. I maintained it. It's great on gasoline mileage. It is clean. It is nice. I don't have a Ferrari to worry about, to get robbed and to get stolen and blah, blah, blah. I don't own anything, guys. Since that moment, I realized that, you know what? I don't give a cazzo about investing in lands or properties or in trying to grow my money at 10%. Oh, no, you can grow at 12%. Oh, you can grow at 15%. I don't give a cazzo about all that, because I'm going to keep working until I'm 100 years old, 100 years young, and I'm going to keep seeing patients, learning more about medicine, surgery, new medications, new procedures, new treatments, new diseases. I mean, it is fascinating. Medicine is a fascinating field. It is endless. It has no limits. The limit is the sky of how much you can learn and progress in medicine. The limit is the sky, right? It's like asking a mathematician who is a doctor, who has a doctorate in mathematics. There's millions of different fields of mathematics, and every field the same. The limit is the sky, right? Every field is infinite. There is infinite amount of knowledge to acquire in mathematics. So even when you have a doctorate in mathematics, means you are a PhD in mathematics, you can keep learning and doing research in it just never ends, right? So now I don't stress about having material possessions, having to pay for a mortgage of an apartment, a house, blah, 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 having to pay for a car payment of my Ferrari, my Mercedes, my Lamborghini, my freaking Jaguar. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing. And I don't have no kids, no wife. I don't have to worry about putting a kid in college, stress out that my son has slept with another girl and now the girl who is 17 years old is pregnant, or worry because my 16-year-old daughter spread her legs for her teenager boyfriend and now, my God, my teenage daughter is pregnant. What am I going to do? Am I going to become a grandpa of a tiny little kid? Blah, blah, blah. My God, what an amazing decluttering of my life I have done. All right. As I say, and I said before, the best decision in my life was to go into medical school. The second best decision in my life was to escape, to run away from socialist, communist Europe, where I grew up and where I studied and did my medical, everything over there. Then I came to the US many years ago, blah, 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 leaving, putting behind socialist, communist, disastrous Europe was my second best decision in my life. And my third best decision in my life was to not get married and not have a family. I have so much less headache than all my family members who are married with kids and everything. I don't have to worry about my wife, my kids, their future, their health, their this, their that. I have a majestic amount of time for myself, for my work, for my gym, to sleep, to learn my language, number 6, to learn more about science, mathematics, advanced mathematics, physics, chemistry, advanced, I'm saying, right? Advanced level medicine, surgery, everything. It is crazy, right? And of course, my fourth best decision in life was to decide to never retire, which happened about in my early 40s, about 10 years ago. Right now, I'm 50 years young, right? It's amazing. And so combined with simplifying my life, right? Not staying with girlfriends who are headache and always demanding and demanding. And right now, I haven't had a girlfriend for the last 4 years, right? If I get horny and I want to have sex every once in a while, right, I just call a little escort. I give her whatever it is. I do whatever the catch I need to do for whatever amount of money I pay her with. Then I kick her out of my apartment. I can go back to my business, right? I don't have to dine her, wine her, be romantic to her and blah blah. Now I'm not saying I'm not open to relationship, but right now it happens that my life is so beautiful. I don't miss having a girlfriend. And when I look back, my God, having a girlfriend is so much headache. You need to go visit her parents all the time, be with her, take her kids, because a lot of them have kids from previous stuff, be their kind of father, go on vacation with them, take her dine out and movies. It's a massive amount of thousands of hours you spend, thousands and thousands and thousands of your hours, precious life hours, to keep that lady happy so that she can give you love and affection and sex in bed, blah, blah, blah. Thank God, as my testosterone dropping, right, my sexual horniness and desire has dropped. My God, what a blessing. I still remember those days when I used to have girlfriends, young, beautiful girls. My God, we would have sex all the time. All the time, especially on weekend, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, sex from, I don't know, the whole afternoon, and then again at night, and drop dead, and again get up and just have sex, then go restaurants and eat junk food, and then go to movies, and then come back, have sex. What the catch? What is the point of all this, right? When I look back, I don't regret it, right? That's how we learn. That's how you go through the different parts of life, right? But the same way I'm looking at my childhood and say, how come I was constantly at the park going up and down those slides and those stuff? I look at my younger year in my 20s, 30s, 40s, now I'm 50. My God, how much time I had to spend keeping those girlfriends happy and blah, blah, blah. Not that I didn't enjoy it. Again, I enjoy it. But now that I have less sexual desire and that I'm no longer need a lot of companionship, again, everybody's different, right? I'm happy with my solitude. They call that the solace of solitude. My patients are my companions. My patients are my family. All my blood family are overseas or out of the or other states or in other countries, right? You get my point. So my patients are my kids, my patients are my family, my patients are my girlfriends and boyfriends and friends, right? It's amazing. I am absolutely not lonely at all, even though I don't have any girlfriend. But I'm not lonely at all. I am alone, and being alone means solitude is absolutely different than being lonely. Being lonely is this feeling that you feel bad about not having anybody in your life, not having this life that you want, blah, blah. My God, I don't even have the time to scratch my freaking head. From the moment I wake up to the moment I go to bed, I am constantly either working or going to the gym, or studying or reading or doing this, doing that, doing this, doing that, doing this. It just never ends, right? And everything that I do is so productive. I still remember the times when I used to spend an hour or 2 hours before falling asleep. I would go to bed, my girlfriend calls me and my eyes shut and we talk and I have to listen to all her complaints or her love stories and her boyfriend, her ex-boyfriend, her mom, dad, blah, blah, blah. Oh, the funeral of grandpa that we have to go next week and the funeral of her dog and her sister getting married, we have to go tomorrow and blah, blah. And listening. My God, how much time I have lost like that. It's crazy. Now, again, I'm not regretting it. Everybody's different, but I'm happy that those days are long gone. So, if you have the opportunity to declutter your life, right, to make your life simpler, and if you love your job and you don't need to retire from your job. My God, just keep working. It will keep you active. It will keep you busy. It will keep you engaged, right? You won't spend your time traveling and getting fat, eating constantly food, or spending your retirement time at the beach, eating and sleeping, having sex like a dog. That's the life of a dog, right? When you just eat, you sleep, and you have sex constantly the whole day, and then you travel. Well, that's the life of a dog. What does a dog do? The dog goes to the park, he's happy, he goes out, and then he eats, then he has sex at the doggy park, and then he sleep, and then he eat, and then constantly, that's the life of a dog, right? So if you can declutter your life the same way I did it, and if you can keep working the same way I will keep working, and if you can come to this realization that you can live a simple, modest, humble life, right, like me, right, and not own all this, not stress about all these properties and investments and blah, 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 right? Your kids somehow, some way, they will grow, they will make their own money. You don't have to stress out to have a college fund for them and blah, 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 and blah, 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 right? So you will be able to quit this rat race, whatever your profession, your age is. You will be able to get the hell out of this rat race where you are constantly trying to work more, make more money, invest more money, stress out about the wife, the kids, this, that. My God, it will make your mental health be top notch like mine. You will no longer suffer from anxiety, depression, sleeplessness. You will sleep like me. I put my head in bed. After 2 minutes, I'm gone like a baby. I sleep from 9 o'clock at night to 6 o'clock in the morning, no exception, 365 days a year. And my brain wakes me up automatically at 6 o'clock, no matter what. I don't need even to put an alarm clock, whether it's a Sunday, Saturday, weekend, holiday, weekdays. My brain wakes me up automatically after 9 o'clock, after 9 hours of sleep, right? 2 minutes, I put my head, I go to bed. I have never suffered any anxiety, never suffered any depression, never suffered anything. I am super healthy in my brain. My serotonin is super high. My dopamine is super high. My noradrenaline is super high. I never do drugs, never did. I cut back completely on social drinking of alcohol more than 10 years ago. I eat healthy. I go to the gym 2 hours a day. I don't stress about money, retirement fund, and blah, blah, blah. I have completely quit the rat race. And my God, it is such a blessing. And I hope you can do that. You don't have to be as extreme as me, because I understand maybe it's an extreme blah, blah, blah. Everybody's different. If you don't like your job, well, you will have to retire somehow, some way. But don't stress about having to support the kids, the wife, and having to buy a house. And my God, you don't need to do all this to have a Ferrari, Lamborghini, Mercedes, a Corvette. The hell with all those. That is not what's going to make you happy, guys, right? So try at least to follow a little bit of all these tips that I gave you to come out of the rat race, to gain back your mental health. Once you are mentally healthy, you will be able to make your body healthy, to go to the gym, to sleep good, right? To quit eating these nasty processed food and alcohol and nasty stuff, house sugar and blah, 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 right? And I swear to God, you're going to age gracefully, and God willing, we will be each other. We will be with each other until the age of 100, when we will die healthy at the age of 100 in our bed, right? Our heart suddenly will stop beating at the age of 100 in our sleep. Then we go to heaven, or wherever the katso it is. We will go wherever people believe. I love you guys. Thank you for your viewership. I appreciate your viewership regardless of your gender, ethnicity, race, color of your skin, whoever the catso you are, Democrat, Republican, independent, black, white, Latino, Asian, male, female, anything in between. I really don't give a catso. I love you because you're a human being. And I love medicine. I took the Hippocratic Oath more than 30 years ago, and I promise that I will never ever put my interest above yours. I love you. Put your comments, your question down there, and I promise to get back to you as soon as I have the time in my busy life. I love you guys. Thank you for your viewership. Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.